Live. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. We the brothers here from the Great Millstone, Atlanta. Back in the spirit of Yahawashi. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, all right. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, safety, much love to the elect members that's laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving our diligence to make the calling of election sure. Shalom to you brothers, man. All right. This live stream, man, you know, we just back in the spirit. It's going to be entitled Yahawashi, the legacy, the greatest legacy known to mankind. In this lesson, man, we just basically going to talk about Yahawashi and the things that he did. You know, the measures that he, the extreme measures that it took for his name to be what it is today. You know, for it to be magnified as such, for his deeds, for his works to be looked at in the sight of men as glorious, man. You know, that took a level of faith, a level of poise, a level of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, a level of sincerity, a level of humility, a level of love, passion, you know, might, whatever you can think of, man. You know, Yahawashi exemplified those characteristics. Hence, 2018 AD, his legacy is still being spoken about around the world, man. You know, when you have people in Japan that know about, let's say, Jesus, because that's who they know him by. But they don't know the name is what's attached to that name. Everybody know that he rose from the dead. Everybody know that he turned water into wine. He healed the sick. You know, he healed the blind. He raised people from the dead. You know, everybody knows the actions of so-called Jesus. All right, but they just have the mind state that it's a so-called white man with streaky hair. All right, so the only thing left is to be revealed about Yahawashi. Really, is his appearance.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, because the writings are there. You know, everybody knows about who the world ignorantly calls Jesus and what he did. You know,
Like
so,
that.
yeah, you got it.
It's like if I can add to that, also his nature, right? Because you know the world paints this picture as if he's just some easygoing, loving, you know, Edomite, you know, but really he's very serious and he's a man of war. You know, so that's also another thing that's going to be revealed to the masses. Right? You got
Yeah, you can bring out that Ephesians.
Yep.
Ephesians, first chapter.
Yep. Ephesians chapter 1, I'm going to start at 19, read on down. It says, "And what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe, according to the working of his mighty power, which he wrought in Hamashiach." That's right. When he raised him from the dead and set him at his own right hand in the heavenly places.
That's right. So this, what it's speaking about here, is speaking about the legacy of Yahawashi. All right, how he was raised from the dead, how the power of the Heavenly Father was invested in his spirit, so to speak. You know, he was able to do spiritual things. You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 21, "Far above all principality and power, and might, and dominion, in every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come."
That's right. See, even the world to come. All right. Yahawashi's name is still going to be glorified. And like we were just talking when the camera was off, Yahawashi's legacy ain't even done yet, man. All right. He still has to come with his power. A lot of these people don't even know that this is about to happen. That this part of Yahawashi is about to take place. He's going to come back into the earth with all of his holy angels, which the Bible describes them as, you know, identified flying objects, which you people know it as spaceships or UFOs. He's going to come back with that. He's going to come back with a loud voice. He's going to come back with his own ship that's bigger than a mountain. He's going to be shooting lasers and flames of fire out. You know, you're going to be seeing a lot of power. You know, that's going to further add to his legacy, man.
Right.
That's why us brothers here in the flesh, we got to hang on, we got to endure, we got to go through our ups and downs, our trials and tribulations, you know, our wins and our losses. You know, we got to go through it and we got to endure so that we can be strengthened and that the Lord can glorify us and magnify us along with Him. All right? Because He's building up our story, man. Right? He's building up our portfolio, you know, to where, hey, man, you know, this brother right here, you know, he went through this, he went through that, he forsook this, he forsook that. He did all these things for my name. Right. Therefore, I'm gonna glorify and I'm gonna magnify His name the same way that my name is, man. Right. You know, that's what we going. That's what we going toward. That's why the Lord said, rejoice in your sufferings, man. You know, you can continue on.
Yep. I'll read verse 21. Far above all principality and power and might and dominion and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come. And have put all things under His feet. That's right. He said He put all things under His feet, man. You know, when He comes back, everything will be in subjection to Yahawashi, including the election. But we'll be in close subjection. You know, we ain't gonna necessarily, you know, He ain't gonna be trying under the elect. You know, they ain't gonna be trying under His foot. They're just gonna be close companions. Joint heirs to the throne, man. Yep. Yahawashi is gonna provide each member of the elect their own throne, man. Their own domain of rulership, their own area of living, and quietness, and in peace, and in harmony, and in righteousness, you know, in love, in unison, you know, partying, you know, laughing, drinking, you know, handling business when it comes down to establishing the kingdom of heaven, setting these laws, statutes, and commandments on, going around the world, confiscating Edomites, putting them into slavery, destroying military vehicles, missile silos, military camps, you know, breaking down the idols throughout the earth. This is all a part of being a joint heir of the kingdom. And when these things happen, you're gonna have a serious mind. You know, the kingdom of heaven ain't just gonna be about all fun and games. Right? It's gonna be about establishing righteous order in the earth. Man. That's right. You know, go ahead. Yep. It says, verse 22 again. It says, "To have put all things under His feet, and gave Him to be the head over all things to the church, which is His body, and which is His body, the fullness of Him that filleth all in all." That's right. You know, so the fullness of it is on the horizon, man. You know, Yahawashi is going to make His grand appearance real soon, and that's why us brothers here, we here to further push His legacy, man. You know, to tell the world that this man who you people, you know, like love to hate, you put him to death, you scrutinize him, you say, did he really exist? Right. Is he a myth? You know, this man that you people always coming up against for the last 2,000 years, this is going to be the one that's going to have all of you goddamn on people and up under his rule, man.
That's right. Yep.
You know, you want to say something?
Who you people don't know, man. All right, because you don't know the true nature of Yahawashi, man. All right, you don't read the scriptures, okay? All right, you know, all you know is what you've been told and what was passed down, and the whole rhetoric, you know, with the miracles, and He rose on the third day, and blah blah blah. But you know, the true nature and the true spirit of Yahawashi is going to be revealed very soon. And I got a precept real quick. Yep. This is Revelations 6, it's like 5, and I'll start at 12. Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing," which that Lamb is Yahawashi. Okay, so He's worthy to receive power, riches, wisdom, and that's because of His legacy, man. All right, He's the example, all right, that the Father had set up to give us, man. You know, to live by, man. All right, because you know He kept the law. You know, He embodied righteousness. All right, verse 13. And every creature which is in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb forever and ever. And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, it's going to be continual worship of Yahawashi and the Father, man.
Yeah.
Because of, you know, all the things that they've done, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna hear. It's gonna come upon a time before Yahawashi come back, man. You're gonna hear all the elect around the four corners of the earth calling his name at one time.
That's right. Yeah.
A great voice calling his name at one time. Man.
That's right.
That's power, man. That's glory, man. You know, that's what you call glory. When you got millions of people upon millions of people in different countries calling on your name for assistance at one time.
Yeah.
And you can easily provide that assistance. That's glory, man. That's power. That's authority. That's a great man. Who can compare? Right. Who can stand next to that? You know, besides Yahweh, the Most High, man. Who can stand beside what Yahawashi did, man?
Hey, well, when you read up in verse 2, it says, who is worthy to open the book and loosen
read it out.
Yeah, I'll read it from the top.
Right.
Revelation 5 and 2. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seal thereof.
Yeah, who's worthy to do that? Who gave the inspiration to our business? The spirit of Yahawashi. You know, that's who inspired him. And I'm gonna hit you with this. Next year it'll be 50 years that the truth been back in earth. Next year, in 2019, it'll be 50 years. Because the truth sprang out in 1969. You know, that'll be 50 years, man. You know, that 50-year period, you know, that's known as what? The year of Jubilee. You know, so hey, like Apostle Hart said, man, 2008, the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, we could very well be out of here, man. Right? You know, we just gotta hold on and don't dishonor Yahawashi's legacy either, man. Right? When you go through certain things, hold your ground, man.
That's right.
Hold your ground, man. Don't waver. You gotta remember, you're not only doing this for yourself, but you also gotta protect Yahawashi's reputation. You gotta protect his legacy. And if you don't do the things symbolic of what he did or what he would do, you could be in jeopardy of being casted out, man. Because he's not going to allow his jeopardy. I mean, he's not going to allow his legacy, Salakia, his legacy to be tarnished by nigga actions and nigga rhetoric, man. You know, he's not going to allow his legacy that he labored for, he worked hard for, he died for, and he shed tears for. You know, Yahawashi went through a lot, man. You know, and he ain't gonna allow just anybody to come in here and tarnish his legacy that he fought so hard to achieve. That's why he'll cast you out. So when we put in these situations, we put it in these ups and downs and these this roller coaster ride. We gotta remember Yahawashi, and you're gonna get weak too. But when you get weak, that means you gotta do what? You gotta go to Yahawashi for your strength. So you won't tarnish his reputation.
Yeah, if I can say, the scripture speak about what it says, those that stay stiffly for the name of the Lord. The scriptures also speak about how you got men that they put the Lord, put his name to shame, so to speak, in the Hebrews. You know, these men that basically had, took a hand off the plow, you know, went back in the world, man. You know, you put Yahawashi to open shame, all right? Because he died on the cross, all right? So we can have that second chance, so to speak, to get back to the Heavenly Father. Man.
Yeah, that's the ultimate disrespect to turn it back on him.
Yeah.
It's a slap to the face.
Yeah, slap to the face, spit in the face, man. You know, that's why the Lord said his judgment going to be at the house of Israel, man. Y'all supposed to. You know, but you know, it's already predestinated at 2/3. You know, men crept none of wisdom, niggas will fall off. All right, but ultimately, what, man? You put the Lord to open shame, man. He won't judge you, man. So, you know, but brothers that remain and keep going, man, the Lord said He promised a crown to us, man. All right. You got more? You got something? Go ahead.
This is the definition of legend.
Yes, spirit. Yeah.
It says,
Oh.
I'm gonna read every single one.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna get to the etymology of it.
Yeah, great.
Very up.
This is the definition of legend: a traditional story, sometimes popularly regarded as historical or unauthenticated, an extremely famous or notorious person.
They have a precept too, because it mentioned a story that was not verified, unprecedented. It's like a myth.
Unauthenticated.
That's really, that's really to you people, man.
Hey, because you know what he did, what Yahawashi did is so amazing that you people try to equate it with a myth. That's right. Like that cannot be done in a human body.
That's right. Yep.
Hey,
And so
that reminds me of I think it's Mark the second chapter where it said, how can you forgive sins?
Yeah.
Like it's like so amazing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the Pharisee said that.
Yeah.
So who is he that he can forgive somebody's sins?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I got this real quick. Go right with that. Like I said, it's saying it's a story that's not verifiable, so to speak.
Unauthenticated.
Unauthenticated. You can't really. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 4 to verse 6. It says, I thank the Most High always on your behalf for the grace of our power which is given you by Yahawashi Mashiach, that in everything ye are enriched by him in all utterance and in all knowledge, even as the testimony of Mashiach was confirmed in you. See? So with us, you know, Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. All right? His testimony is confirmed in us, man.
Yeah.
I care what you people got to say.
That's that Romans good.
You know? Man, matter of fact,
Hey,
I'm gonna get a precept after that.
because even when you go into the etymology of the word legend, it says to read.
Yeah.
So Yahawashi is a legend, and do we not read about his works and what he did and how he set his legacy? Go ahead, bro. Hey, spirit.
I started at 1 John record.
Okay, yeah.
I got something real quick. It's 2nd Ezra 13:47. So he answered and said unto me, is it the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world? That's why it's important to do the work. Because you got to confess the legacy. You got to confess the works of Yahawashi, man. That's how you confess his name. You confess Yahawashi and, you know, you behind the scenes talk, you know, trying to tell a bitch she an Israelite. Right? Because you like, you just met her, you trying to tell her that you're Israelite. You know, the Lord name, Yahawashi. That's not confessing the Lord. You got to confess the name to the world, man. Right. To everybody, no matter who walk past, it could be your grandmother, man. It could be your grandfather. It could be your old girlfriend. It could be your boss. You still got to profess that legacy, man. Right. Not behind the scenes. That's why the Lord said he sent us out. You know, I'm gonna continue. He says, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I to greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And why we stand so stiffly? All right, because first and foremost, we gotta honor what Yahawashi did. All right, that's just like when you have a top godfather and he created a legacy for the mafia or that mob, and you come in later and you trying to walk in footsteps, you get out of line. All right, you could possibly dishonor that man's legacy and his whole thing that he started, and that will cause what? That will cause the other members of the mafia or the mob to cash you out, man. Yeah. Because you're gonna tarnish the whole operation, man. And Yahawashi ain't about to let that happen. Like the brother Ratazawa was just speaking about, where he said you will put Yahawashi to an open shame.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say with any high level organization, you have a certain criteria or standard. Okay. You know, and that's the same. How much more this truth, and how much more, you know, the body of Yahawashi. Okay, you know, he holds us to a standard and a criteria. Like the brother's saying, you can't be on no nigga shit, man. You can't dishonor. You know, you have that saying. You know, you dishonor your family, man. Right? You know, you can't dishonor your family, man. You know, so a lot of you guys that you know you fell out of Great Millstone or whatever, bugged out, whatever, you dishonored your family, man, because this was your family, man.
That's right.
You know,
If I can build to your point, because you brought out a good point. Because if you fall off, you're going against the grain, so you're being unorthodox against the truth, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously, what does the scripture say? That you should desire the sincere milk. Yeah. And what's the milk scripture? 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter.
Yeah.
If you dishonor the head, which is Yahawashi, your head is Yahawashi. Yeah. You're dishonoring his legacy, what he established, what he set for you to follow. You spitting on it, man.
You can be in jeopardy of receiving a hellified judgment. You know, because you got to remember, man, this is the most powerful and important man to ever walk the face of the earth, man. All right? Yep. This is the most powerful and important spirit to ever come down and take form in human flesh, man. And we are, the Lord set us up to protect his word. So that means we have a hell of a duty on our hands, man. That's right. We got to make sure that we handling it and we operate it right. And I'm going to hit you with this. This thing ain't even about, you know, who know the most precepts or who's been around the longest or, you know, who can come out, pour you know, words out. It's about the belief. That's right. You know, it's about the belief. Do you believe that Yahawashi actually walked the earth? And are you willing to be chastised and persecuted for his name? You know, because you can have a man that you know, and to the brothers that do know precepts and that's in the right spirit, hey, that's the measure that was given to you. I'm not even going to take away from that. You know, that's a gift, and you keep that gift, man. Keep it humble. But you could have a brother that may not necessarily be well learned, you know, but he willing to go through whatever persecution he got to go through, you know, to get the job done. But yet and still, you have another man that's almighty knowing, and he can't take the persecution. So who's greater? Exactly, who's the greater person? You know, the man that actually believes in the legacy. Because the Lord can quicken that spirit and give him all the understanding. Easy. There you go, brother. And the Lord said he's a quickening spirit. You know, so he could quicken that man. He just want to see who's down to ride, man. You know how, you know, just in the lower terms, the nigger terms, you know, you may have somebody that probably been around in the streets longer, but they're scary. You know, but you might just have a young dude, he don't really know much about the street code. He don't know too much about nothing. He ain't got a lot of money, but he just down to ride, man. Yeah, sure, yeah. And that the OGs will want him around. Just but not because, you know, he got a lot of money or he driving a fancy car, he know the game, he know the code and things like that. It's just because he got heart and he down to ride, man.
That's right, yeah.
You know? And that's what Yahawashi was looking for, man. Who was really down for me? You know? Yeah. And we got to be the ones because his legacy is incomparable, man. You got to go.
Yeah. Now I just kind of quote that scripture that says Psalms who will rise up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, going with that, man. Yeah, who's willing to ride for Yahawashi, man? You know, who's really going to put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. You know, you quote scriptures, you know this, you know that, you've been around for like 20 years, you know. But do you really ride? You really ride with this thing, man.
Ride or die.
Yeah, you really gonna be a ride or die soldier, man. You know, because we're coming into that time where your faith gonna be tested, man. You know, how I spoke about the ones that wasn't rooted. You know, I want to say it was planning on a stony, you know, stony turf, stony ground, so to speak. You know, and they got plucked up, man. You know. So you gotta make sure you're rooted, you know, and you know what you're involved with, man. You truly believe in this record. You're going into this legacy, man. You know. Yeah, that was I got something.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. It says, looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith. So he's basically the beginning and the finisher of the faith, right? In the name of Yahweh, you know, because of Yahawashi, didn't do what he did, we wouldn't have nothing to have faith in. Right? You know, Yahawashi cast out Israel. You know, but by Yahawashi being that the one to step up to the plate and saying, "Hey, I take the charge for all the crimes that the Israelites has committed, and what should I do in order to accomplish that?" And the Lord gave him his cup to drink. Yep. And he drank the cup. So in return, if now that faith has been restored to the nation of Israel, then we gotta honor that, man.
That's right. That's right.
Because he was the one that stepped up to the plate and carried the larger portion of the burden on his back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So in a sense, you know, the Yahawashi is he's the top spirit to come down on earth in the flesh, man. Under Yahweh, man.
That's right.
You know, because Yahweh is the supreme spirit, man.
Right.
He's the cream of the crop, the Alpha and the Omega, the Almighty. And his son Yahawashi is number 2.
Yeah.
And for him to step up and take that blow that was dealt to him, we got to think upon that, man. We can't think about ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't think about what's happening to me. What about me? How what I'm going through. I'm low. I ain't got no gas. I can't make it to camp. You know, I ain't got you know, I ain't got this. I ain't got that. You can't think about that, man.
Right.
You know, you got to think about Yahawashi. Like, how will Yahawashi get there? You know, let me just catch an Uber to camp. You know, if the brother can't pick me up, let me just catch an Uber. I ain't got no gas. Let me get an Uber down to camp. You know,
take a mission.
Yeah, or something, man. Because you got to remember, we supposed to be protecting reputation, man, of the man that restored our faith. If Yahawashi didn't do this, man, we wouldn't have no hope, man.
That's right.
No, we wouldn't have nothing to believe in. So we got to honor it now that it's present. All right, I'm gonna finish it. It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame. So Yahawashi looked at the shame that was coming his way and was like, I'm not worried about that, man. I'm gonna shake that off, man. You know, now he was in the flesh, so yeah, he felt a certain type of way at times, but he shook it off. Yeah, that's what the Lord was trying to show us. Yeah. Like he manned up. Like it was a point in time that Yahawashi was feeling the stripes, man. You know, because he was in the flesh.
Yeah.
You know, but the point behind it was what? He prayed. Then he prayed. He went to the Father. Lord, I need you. You know, and the Father did what? He restored Yahawashi so that he could complete the mission. You know, and Yahawashi went out honorably. Yeah, he brought him right back.
Yeah.
He brought him right back. You know, like the Lord is, man, his grace is, man, we man, really, man, what the Lord is doing for us, the name of Yahawashi, man, it's beyond what we can really fathom. Yeah. The mercy that he's having on us, man, I'm pleased and I'm honored. I know I can say this for all the brothers, man. We are very well honored, pleased to be able to worship and stand up for a power that's this merciful. That's right. You know, because a lot of you Muslims, you over there getting destroyed. Yeah. You know, but I'm gonna continue reading. It says, despising the shame, and it's set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against him, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds. So, hey, man, you know, when you got certain opposition coming your way, scoffers, you know, people want to, you know, ruin your name, your reputation, want to call you a devil, want to call you this and want to call you that. Hey, man, you got to look upon Yahawashi and how he would have dealt with it. He shake it off. Shake it off, and he continued the will of the Father. That's the most important thing. To continue the will. And really, when you think about it, it ain't even hard. Right. Cut the camera on, do a video. Right. Pray. You know, fast if you got to fast. Go around the island. You know, ask the Lord to cleanse your mind. Ask the Lord to make your heart pure. You know, and don't meditate too much on what's happening to you. Just despise it, man. Be like, whatever, man. The Lord's gonna keep me intact, man. You know, and you stand for Yahawashi. That's what he's trying to tell us to do because it's all a test.
Yep.
You know, anybody had anything?
I got something.
I got something.
Yeah. It's, John 1:12. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on his name. Hey, so, brothers were just saying, it's about that belief, man. It's about that faith. All right. So, the ones that believe in Yahawashi, all right, to him, he's going to give power, Verse 13, which were born not of blood, nor the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of the Most High. So you were born of the Spirit, man. Okay? You were ordained from the beginning. Okay? That was pretty much the point I wanted to make.
Yeah. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5. It says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For it.
Yeah, little chastisement. The chastisement that we have to endure is little compared to what Yahawashi had to go through in that time span. Because Yahawashi drunk that cup, we're not going to have a whole hell of a lot more to drink of because he already drunk a larger portion of the cup.
Right.
So now we got to just drink, he's passing that cup around so that we can just finish the rest of the cup off.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but he already took the largest swallow. Yeah, he got a little left for the elect. Like, all right, you drink this cup, you drink this portion, you drink this portion, all the way till it's done. And then the Lord gonna send him back. He gonna make us joint heirs because he like, hey, look, I suffer, y'all suffer right along with me, right? So I can't just, Yahawashi is perfect, man. Yeah. He's even in the mind frame. I can't even take all the glory. I'm gonna give y'all glory with me, because we drunk the same cup, so we gotta partake in that same glory. I just drunk. I'm gonna get a larger portion of the reward because I drunk a larger portion of the cup. But yet still, I'm gonna look y'all up, man, because we all drunk out the same cup. That's right. Hey, Yahawashi, man. Hey, call halal yablah, Yahawashi ba'ashem, Yahawashi ba'ashem, Yahawashi. You think about it on them terms, man. That's beautiful. Go ahead.
If I can add, I thought came to my mind. Apostle Paul always made the statement: "Ain't no brother getting nails driven to their hand." Just backing up to add what you say. How Yahawashi took on the bulk of that suffering, man. Brothers, like you said, just reiterate. Brothers got to take that last bit in that cup, man. So God, so it don't make no sense why I do it with get weak, or get offended. The scriptures Paul spoke about our light affliction. Yeah. It goes right to the scripture by Pastor Paul brought out. Our light affliction. Yahawashi took on the majority of the hell, man, that suffering, man.
Drunk damn near the whole bottle.
Yeah.
You just got a shot.
You got a shot. I got something to go right along the lines. Then you hold that scripture. This is Romans 8:17. It says, and if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahawashi, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Joint heirs, man. The kingdom that we going into is Yahawashi's kingdom, man. So because we suffered with him, we drunk the same cup that he drunk, so to speak. All right, we're gonna receive that glory. It's right along with them, man. That's right. That kingdom of heaven, man. Crowns, thrones, rulership, man. Slaves, Go ahead.
God, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
It's speechless, man. The amount of power and glory we want to see, man. There's a little bit of hell you catch it, man. Flat tire, whatever, fired, little headache every now and then. Get fired from the job, man. Get sick, or your family, talking shit about you in the truth. That's right. Or you got a brother that one brother may be a brother one day, and the next day he down on you, man. Right. Hey, these things that come with the turf, and you gotta eat it, and you gonna feel a certain type of way when it happens. But it's about how you respond, man. How you react, how you bounce back, man. Go ahead, Kasha.
I'll get this one later.
Yeah, but you got the floor. Yeah. Hey, you read it and break it down, bro.
I'm gonna finish finish the wisdom song.
Yeah.
Wisdom, and then I got 2 more scriptures.
Fine, you read it. You got the 4 now.
Yeah, you
So,
got
Wisdom of Solomon 3:5. It says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for Himself. Okay, and then we got Sirach chapter 16, verse 26. It says, "The works of the Lord, Yahawashi, are done in judgment from the beginning." And that's where the brother that you brought out about the, speaking on predestination.
Yeah.
And it says, and from the time He made them, He disposed the parts thereof. And y'all, you were just speaking, Yahawashi drank most of that cup, and then he poured the rest out for the 144,000 other cups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we got to drink. And when you look into that word "dispose," it means to incline willingly, or to pretty much disseminate or disperse.
Right.
Okay, so it says dispose the parts thereof. Okay. Now I wanted to get this real. This is Mark 10, verse 35. And I'm gonna read down to about like verse 39. This is Mark 10 to 35. And James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come unto him saying, Master, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we shall desire. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you? They said unto him, Grant unto us that we may sit, one on the right hand and the other on the left hand, in the glory.
Yeah.
Verse 38. Now this man, but Yahawashi said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink the cup that I drink of? And that goes in the way that the brother Ratazar said about how Apostle Gabar is like, Did anyone drive nails to you? Did you have to sit up on the cross? Did you have to get beat? Did you go through Isaiah 53? You know what I'm saying? So it says, and this is Yahawashi saying more, it says, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with, because we understand the Holy Spirit came on like a dove.
Yeah,
He got 100% of that.
And the scripture say what? In much wisdom is much grief. So when Yahawashi got baptized with the Holy Spirit, as he did, you got to remember, you got to think about the amount of grief that was plaguing his mind on the head. Because the scripture say what? He was a man that was acquainted with grief. That's right. And what was it, Isaiah 53? He was acquainted with grief. So the level that he was on, imagine the amount of grief that he had to bear mentally, man. We have to bear, a little grief here and there. Things get grievous here and there, but it ain't on that level because our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding ain't on that level. So some things that bother you now in the truth, it may not have necessarily bothered you when you first came in.
Right.
And why is that? Because you wasn't on the level yet. But then as you continue to grow, as you continue to renew your spirit and sharpen your spirit, sharpen your mind, something that occurred to you before, now you're really feeling it. And it's like, why am I feeling it like this when I already went through this? It's because your mind is growing, man. Your spirit is becoming more purified, And now you're starting to understand, like, now I'm really being chastised because I didn't even deserve that. And because you're growing, man. So you become as you grow, you start to feel them stripes, man. But that's all I wanted to say, y'all.
That's right.
And then this is the last one, and I'll give it back to you, brother. Verse 39, it says, and they said unto him, We can. And Yahawashi said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized with all, shall you be baptized. Okay? So it's like, we each got it. Yahawashi said, no. He's like, you can. He's like, no, you will.
That's right. Yeah.
If you put your hand on the plow and put both feet in, you will drink of a portion that was disposed to you, like it says in Sirach 16, that was disposed to you from the foundations of when the earth began, man. You will drink of a cup, man.
Right.
That's right.
So y'all brothers got it.
You got something? Not
Yeah, I had some.
okay, go ahead.
Kind of go back to our first point we made about the house shines. Basically, the legacy we left behind. Right? This is book of Colossians 1, and I'm gonna start at 12. I'm gonna just read through because jump in. It says Colossians 1 and 12, giving thanks unto the Father which have made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in the light.
Yeah, because I'm gonna hit you with this. What we going through is the only way that we can inherit the kingdom of heaven. This is a part of the inheritance, the beatings, the stripes, man, the cup. That's the only way you can inherit it, man. You know, it's basically like, hey, man, before you come in this building, you gotta take the shot.
Yeah.
You know, you can't come in if you don't take the shot. Bro.
Right.
You know, you gotta drink this in order to come in, man.
Or just like I hate to use the example, but you know, you got gangs, you gotta get jumped in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta get initiated, man. You got what they call initiation fees.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing that come with this because the cup that he drank was such a heavy cup to where Yahawashi just can't let any and everybody in, man.
Right.
You gotta be proven worthy to come and partake of this, man. You know, this is a members only type of thing.
Right.
You got it.
Want to say something?
No.
Okay. It says verse 13, who have delivered from us the power of darkness and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son.
Yep.
Yeah. It says, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
Yeah, see, we were redeemed through Yahawashi's blood. Hold that right there. Give me Acts 20 and 28 real quick. Because it's going to show you that the only way that even the elect was able to be drawn back to Yahawashi was by the sprinkling of blood. You know, that's the price that he had to pay.
Yeah.
Now the price we have to pay is what? You know, we have to suffer similar stripes as him. Ultimately,
Right.
you know, the majority of the elect not going to have to suffer that main stripe, which is death. Majority of brothers not going to have to drink the cup of death because he swallowed that. But you will have certain brothers that will be martyrs. You know, now the degree or who the Lord finds worthy is all up according to him. Because the Lord has certain spirits that can even go through that portion of the cup.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
Yeah, that's a very heavy portion, but the Lord got the heavy spirits set up to whom he predestined to drink of that cup. You know, go ahead.
Come. This is Acts 20, verse 28, right?
Yeah.
This is Acts 20, verse 28. Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers, to feed the church of Yahweh, which he hath purchased with his own blood.
There you go. Because the flock was purchased with the blood of Yahawashi. See, before Yahawashi sprinkled his blood, the elect was susceptible to sin. They were owned by sin at that point. But they had no sacrifice. You know, the sacrifices wasn't helping the children of Israel. They were getting worse. So they were given over to sin. So how did Yahawashi redeem them or redeem them from sin? By first and foremost being sent by the Heavenly Father, being a pure, righteous lamb in the flesh, and then delivering himself up for the sacrifice to buy them back. So now that the Lord has purchased back the elect, even though the elect may partake in sin, what it tells you in Romans the 8th chapter, there is no condemnation to them that love Yahawashi. Why? Because their sins already got a blanket on them. See, this is the importance of protecting the legacy.
Yep, that's right.
Because you got a blanket on it. Because he already purchased it. He already bought it back. So therefore, going forward, you know, you just got to honor the words. You got to honor his legacy. You got to honor his commandments.
Right.
And then after that, he got the rest. When it comes down to fighting your enemy, bringing judgment on whoever judgment needs to be brought on. When it comes down to saving close relatives like your children or your ribs or your mother or your cousin or anything like that that's near and dear to you that never came up to the truth, he got all of that. All he wants you to do is protect my legacy and declare my name to the world. You know, go ahead, my brother.
Yep. I read 14 again on down. It says, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
Yeah. See? Even the forgiveness of sins. Because it all came through what? Blood.
Yeah.
The shedding of Yahawashi's blood. Yahawashi's blood shed was so powerful that when he actually gave up the ghost, an earthquake happened. Yeah. The earth responded to that death, man. That's how powerful that was. That action, that sacrifice was so powerful that the earth shook, man. Right. That the dead rose, man. The temple, the veil of the temple rent was split, man. Yep. That's how powerful that was, man.
That's right.
That was a heavy purchase, man. That was like somebody, coming in the store, slamming a 20 on the counter, like, boom. Yeah, impact. It was impact, man. Like that's mine, man.
Yeah,
that's right. I want that. Yahawashi purchased that with his blood. Man. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature?
Yeah, say who is the image of the invisible power. That's why Yahawashi said, he who has seen me has seen the Father.
Right.
So he was the image of the Most High. He came down in the image of the Lord. Because why? Because he walked righteous. And the Heavenly Father is righteous.
Right.
So he was the greatest spirit to come in the flesh. Yep. I'm gonna hit you with this. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm gonna hit you with this. King Yahawashi was more righteous than King Solomon.
God, yeah.
And he is King Solomon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got some food, bro.
Yeah.
You want to finish that?
He can repeat this.
Okay, got
2 more verses.
Okay.
Because that's right. This is First King. It's a lot. This is First King, chapter 3. It says, all right, it says, First King chapter 3, verse 12. Behold, because this goes into when King Solomon had that dream, and he didn't ask for anything else, but wisdom and discernment to judge Israel correctly. So this is First King chapter 3, verse 12. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
That's right,
that's
brother.
exactly what you said.
That's right. So Yahawashi, man, hey, to be able to go and stand on the highways and byways and declare his name, first and foremost, for him to wake you up to be an Israelite. All right, for him to reveal his name unto you, and then he put you up under the right shepherds, the true shepherds. Now after he's done all this, now he's revealing all kind of mysteries unto us, man. Like we gotta pray and ask the Lord to please not take that away from us. And in return, he said, "Okay, I won't take it away, but you gotta fight. Right. You gotta fight, bro. You gotta suffer. You gotta go through your highs and your lows. You may have to get evicted, but don't worry, because I'm gonna put you in something." But I just want to see what you're gonna do in the midst of all this. Yeah. You may run into a situation where you may encounter a near-death situation. I'm gonna get you out the situation, but I just want to see if you was just gonna pray to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the greatest being, as far as that came in the earth. Under Yahweh, I'm gonna say under Yahweh, because I can't diminish the power of the Most High. Right. Because the Most High is everything. He's in everything. He's time. He's everything. His spirit is in everything. He's omnipotent. Like he tells you that in Revelation 19th chapter, it speaks about him being omnipotent. Man. Yeah. Meaning what? All powerful. And you got omnipresent, which means at all places at one time. So Yahweh is pretty much the top spirit. But Yahawashi is the greatest man to walk the face of the earth. You know, with flesh and blood and bones, man, that came into the earth by the womb of a woman. He's the most powerful person to crack the womb of a woman. Period, point blank. I dare anybody to argue against that.
Irrefutable.
It's irrefutable, man. It's irrefutable evidence, man. And we have the opportunity to represent or to protect this name of this particular man. Be ambassadors for this great person. But we gotta take it cheerfully, man. We gotta take it cheerfully. We gotta understand that this thing ain't about us, man. Right. When you make this truth about you, you start to diminish Yahawashi, man. And Yahawashi ain't gonna let nobody do that, man. Because he worked too hard for him not to be recognized. You know? Period, point blank. If you go into a well-established business where an owner went through the highs and the lows and made sacrifices to get that business off the ground, and when that company gets running, they're going to have pictures of that owner, the owner's motto. They're going to have a picture. This is such and such, born in such and such date. He came up with the idea back in 1912. Started here and grew and it did this and that. They're going to show reverence to that owner. And if you have somebody in there that comes and try to diminish the sacrifices that the owner made in that company, you got to go.
That's right.
Because now you're trying to make this company about you when you ain't do nothing to get it here. You know, that's the type of mind frame we gotta have. Humble servants, man. Right? Humble servants. Keep your head down, stay out of trouble, do the work, be brotherly, honor your Yahawashi, stay in prayers, man. Most importantly, just stay out of trouble, man.
Right.
You look for trouble, it's gonna find you. You know, stay out of trouble. Don't go looking for it. You know, all the the back and forth, and poking at Satan. You know,
Right. Don't do it.
Mingling with the world, thinking you got it. You look for Satan, and it's gonna find you.
Right.
Keep a low profile, low cover. Push your Yahawashi and honor his legacy, man.
Right.
And I was going to say, to back you up, to say that a wise man foreseeth the evil and hide himself.
Exactly.
You know, should be also Yahawashi I send you as a sheep amongst wolves. You know, so you got to keep a particular profile moving out here in this world. Man.
That's right.
You know, right? You'll be eaten alive and judged. Man. You know, you got to be in a real simplistic type of spirit. Man. Don't have too many devices.
Yeah. You know, hey, well, it tells you that. I think what is that? The book of James, where it speaks about godliness with contentment. No, that's Timothy. Matter of fact, get that in what's that? 1 Timothy the 6th chapter.
Right.
It should be 1 Timothy chapter 6. You know where it's at? You will see it up in there. It's right before verse 12 or 10. 2 verses up. Godliness with contentment is great gain. You should see it in there. And that's basically going into do you see it? You know, somebody can say it, search on it.
I got it.
You got it? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
Yeah, so
you said you got it.
this is 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'll start at 5.
Yeah.
Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness.
Yeah, so just because you got a lot, they think that the Most High is with them. Like you got IUIC,
Yeah.
you got you got IUIC, you got GOCC, you got ISUPK, you got the HODC guys that can travel here and there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of these people that they got a lot. They broaden their phylacteries. Like it tells you they broaden their phylacteries, and they got the garments with the head wraps, and they got the nice cars, the nice facilities for the Passover. So they're thinking that the Most High is with them.
Yeah.
Supposing that is godly. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. For such withdraw from such withdraw thyself.
So you people that's in these organizations, you clearly don't understand the spirit. Because he telling you right there, from such these type of people, withdraw yourself. Hey, I'm gonna hit one of the brothers in the camp. I ain't gonna put him out there, but he was rebuking Yahawashi the other night, man. He ran into him at their Passover. And he started telling them what? Y'all better get away from Nate. Y'all better get away from Nate. The spirit jumped on that brother, man.
Right.
And that links up with that scripture. Go ahead,
Correct. Verse 6 is the point. But godliness with contentment is a great gain.
Like what the brother Arachaza was just saying, man. You know, don't be looking to be all up into everything, man. You know, you got balancing, 4 or 5 women at one time. You know, you were always on the paper chase. You always in the streets, at this club, at this house party. You know, you always going out of town. You always here. You always there. But you can't never find no time for the truth. You ain't content, man.
That's right.
You ain't content. You constantly climbing the ladder, but where you climbing into? Where you trying to go?
That's right.
You know,
right.
You in hell, man.
If I can say it, the scriptures say that Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Yeah.
You know? But if you go into that word plain, it means well-rounded. But still, you should be well-rounded in this truth, in the history, the geography, the prophecies, in your prayers, in the Hebrew, in the language. But how are you going to be plain man in this truth if you are dipping dabbling into the world?
Right.
That don't pertain to
that aren't expedient.
What does scripture say? Sirach, I think it's Sirach 11.
Yeah.
7, I think it says, striving not in matters concerning God. I think it's that. But
Right. Yeah.
That was just to add to the brother Arachaza's point, dealing with abstaining from all evil appearance and just being in a spiritual bubble, so to speak. Right. Now you can do what you do. Go here if you want to go out to eat. You want to go certain places or go have a drink or go somewhere with a chick. Like, we ain't saying that, but if that's your repertoire, that's what you just into, and you don't put no type of energy, no type of spirit into your Yahawashi, then you going contrary to the scriptures, man. Right? But you got it out.
Yep. Any more questions?
No, you got it.
All right. Back to Colossians. All right. Colossians 1 and starting back at 15. It says, "Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him."
And I'm here with this. When it was revealed to Yahawashi that he was the Son of Man, Yahawashi knew that he had a standard to live up to. Right? He didn't just take that as like, hey, I'm the Son of Man. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. Like Richie Rich. Or like a little spoiled ass little kid whose dad got money and they live in a mansion and they just freaking off and they doing all this, just because of the simple fact that my father is rich and I'm his son. And I have an inheritance stuff. Even though Yahawashi knew what was promised to him, he knew that he was the son of the Most High. He had spiritual powers. He was still content. Right. This Yahawashi. This Yahawashi here speaking about it. But he had the power to call down legions.
I was just about to say that.
This Yahawashi, but you got.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say you got a certain jakes. They learn a couple precepts. They think they King David, man.
You ain't got no power to call down.
They think, yeah, right. We ain't got that power, man. All of a sudden, been a truth for 2 years. Now you over the apostles. So whole another level. The breakdowns we got from the elders, they all wrong now. Now we gotta stop and remix everything. Yeah. You got
like shot ITR, man. What you guys are doing is called the burden of proof. Right. I'm gonna do a lesson on that.
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah. And you basically guys like that, man. Foolish virgins. Yahawashi spoken to guys, man. You're gonna be dealt with, man. You know. I go back to this. This is Colossians 1 and 17. It says, "And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. And he is the head of the body, the church, who was the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence."
That's right. Yahawashi is going to have preeminence and domination over everything that walks upon the face of the earth. He's going to be put back in the position of Adam. You know, he's going to be put back in the position to have dominion over all creeping things, all fowls of the air, all the fish of the sea, all of mankind and beasts. That was the same position that Adam had. But the first time he did it, what happened? You know, he gave heed to the serpent. Now the earth is what it is today, but he cleaned it up. So he came back to Yahawashi. Now the Lord is going to give him another chance to do it again. Right? But this time it's going to be established in what? In righteousness. He's going to actually have joint heirs with him this time to make sure that things flow and go the right way.
That's right.
Because see, the mission that we on right now is we have to defeat the serpent. Because the serpent that was back in the garden, his spirit is everywhere, man. His spirit took hold of every goddamn body. So now we here in the spirit of Yahawashi, we have to combat the same spirit of the serpent that started all this.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Now we going up against that force right now because he done spread, man. He done spread all over the world, man. So now the Lord set up what? The members of the elect to go around the earth defeating that serpent. Not giving heed to the what? To the gestures, man.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, you just go on, eat that boy, man. Go on, man. I know you hungry. You ain't ate all day.
Yeah.
You know? Hit that girl over there, man. She got big booty now. She got a man, but don't worry about that. He in prison.
Yeah.
He don't ever be around. She about to leave him next week anyway. Go ahead and hit that. You know, we like, nah, man. Nah, we ain't listening to that.
Yep.
We don't want to hear that.
That's right.
You know? Because we doing what? Because we coming up in the spirit of Yahawashi now.
Right.
So he could take back control of the earth as he was when he was Adam.
Kind of.
You know?
That's right.
I got something to push down on that.
Really, it's a lot more. We can go ahead.
Yeah, because we want to hit this. We want to hit this. So you say that. Go ahead, Lamar.
Yes, Mark 1 and 26. And when the unclean spirit had torn him and cried out with a loud voice, he came out of him. And they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, "What thing is this? What new doctrine is this? For with authority commanded he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him."
See, hey, look. I'm gonna let you say what you was gonna say, but hey, Yahawashi was so powerful. When people like, what's this?
Who is this?
You know how people walk past, come up, what's this? What's this?
Yeah.
Yahawashi was doing what he was doing. People like, what new doctrine is this? Man, this guy got evil spirits listening to him too, man. What's up?
Yeah.
You know, that's power, bro.
Yeah, if I can say too, in that same scripture, it says it tore out of him. When you look into that word torn, it's convulsed.
Mm.
And when that convulsed, it's like a seizure. It was like
Right,
when
right.
the spirit was coming. That's how powerful Yahawashi was.
Yeah,
Just making the spirits round up inside of him. He was just doing all of that. And that's when the people saw that. They were like, whoa.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like what's up? Like what's going on? You know, and that go to show you that you know, an exorcism or getting spirits off you, man, it takes time, man. Because those spirits be really latched into your vessel. And only Yahawashi has the authority to purge it, but he's taking us through what? He's taking us through a moderate purge, a process. Yeah. Like he ain't straight up and down, just you know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, take this, you gotta get some spirits out, you don't worry about it, you're gonna be all right. Just go through this. That's that furnace. That's that furnace. You start feeling a certain type of way, your head may start hurting, your feet may start sweating or something. You know, you may be feeling a certain type of way, but that spirit is leaving you, man.
Part of it.
That Roman 6, man.
Yeah. That spirit is actually leaving your body because why? because now you submerged in the word to where you already been getting that spirit off.
Yeah. It's like
You know?
a detox.
Yeah.
You know?
But these people, man, that's why a lot of these people just gonna have to go out in hellfire. But when I say hellfire, I'm talking about the nuclear missiles. You know,
That's right.
Yeah. The only thing.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. Go ahead.
just one more verse. And immediately his fame spread abroad throughout all the region round about Galilee. And like that brother brought out earlier, he brought out the word legend. All right, which one of the synonyms for legend is fame. You know. All right, so it says immediately his fame spread abroad throughout all the region round about Galilee. Yahawashi is a legend, man. You know, he's you know, his legacy, man. He carried on a legacy that people were astonished at. You know, you got it right.
Another definition for legend is very well known. You know, hey, what Yahawashi is doing, they say we're gonna do greater works, so that's coming to us.
Yeah,
that word of God.
he gonna make them. Yeah, he gonna make them legendary, man. Like Mike. Who is Scottie Pippen without Michael Jordan? Yeah. Scottie Pippen ain't getting no rings by himself. Nah. He got made legendary because Michael Jordan made him legendary.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, by helping him. You know, and a lot of other people, man. It's a lot of people that's legends because they were around another person. Because when that other person leave, that other person go to the ship.
That's right.
You know. Right. So Yahawashi gonna do the same thing. He gonna make our names legendary. He gonna leave us. Lord willing, should I say? Lord willing that we be a part of the elect. So like Yahawashi will make our names legendary if we continue to strive, fight these spirits, and stand up for righteousness' sake. You know, he's gonna do the same thing. Well, people, hey, don't the scripture say, I will give you, what's that, Malachi or Zechariah say, I will give you fame in the land where you were afflicted. Where it said, you are not my people, I will get you fame in that same land.
Right.
Yahawashi want to do that. Like, you know how when somebody might blow up, let's say a rapper blow up, right? The first thing they say is, I'm going to put my team on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that's Yahawashi.
Yeah.
It's Yahawashi spirit.
Yeah.
I gotta put my team on.
Hey, that's the ultimate Jake, man.
Yeah.
That's how Jake is.
That's
like, if I eat all y'all eat.
That's
Yeah,
Jake.
because
That's
Yahawashi.
how y'all
I was gonna say he could have inherited the kingdom by himself, but he wants to do it with his bros, man.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the beauty of it. But you know,
That was dope.
Okay. Back in Colossians 1 and 19, it says, "For it pleased the Father that in Him should all fullness dwell, and having made peace through the blood of His cross, by Him to reconcile all things unto Himself. By Him I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven. And you were sometime alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath He reconciled."
Yeah, meaning what? He got the spirits off. Yeah. Because you were at one point in time, we were alienated from Yahawashi and from the law, statutes, and commandments, and from the history, you know, from the spirit of Yahawashi. We were alienated by just us being alienated at that point. That made us an enemy, man.
Yep, that's right.
Because of what? Because our works that we did in ignorance. That's right. That's what made us enemies. You know, because we did these works in ignorance. So what did the Lord do? Like, man, that's just like I say, when you got a rapper that come up and he leave the hood, you know, then he go back and he see his homeboy still in the hood. He like, oh, y'all ain't gotta be in the hood no more. Like, come with me. Like, let's go on tour. We're gonna live in the baddest hotels. We're gonna drive the baddest cars. Like, we get us some nights. We ain't gotta stay in the hood no more. But then, you know, you got some niggas that like, man, I gotta go off from the streets, man. Yeah. I can't never leave the block. I leave niggas that gotta go back into the world.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true, bro.
You know, because you know, it's hard to adapt to a new style of life. You know? It's hard to adapt to a new style of life and maintain it. That's why when you first come to the truth, you wasn't zealous, you on fire, you know, you everything is truth. You know, ain't nothing standing in your way. But then after a while, you start losing your steam. Like, man, I wonder what they're doing in the world. You know, I wonder what they got going on back in the world. I want to, poke my head in there and see what's really going, what's really good back out here. You know, but it's the same thing. I gotta go back to the hood, man. I gotta go visit the hood, man. I gotta, like Rollo. Yeah, you guys, you don't know who Rollo is, a popular local rapper down here in Atlanta. And he got millions of dollars, but he's still living in the hood in the apartments over there. And they just got raided. They just got raided because he don't want to get his simple ass out of the hood. You know? But go ahead.
Yep. I'll read the last part again. It says, "Yet now hath he reconciled in the body of his flesh with death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight."
Man, oh man. Mm-hmm. See? So that means what? He has to purge us. He has to cleanse us by washing us with his word.
Right.
Well, I can tell you that. What's that? Psalms 119? Yeah. It said, how then shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed, taking heed unto the word. And it tells you that in Ephesians, about the washing of the word. You know? So that's how the Lord is purifying us. He's making our vessel holy, more acceptable, more clean, and more pure, so that we can appear before Yahawashi as a clean and pure sacrifice. You know, and not a defiled spirit that still got 2002 demons on it. You know? You got to come get to a point. You're supposed to get these spirits apart. You know? Yeah, you got it, bro.
First Peter 1:7. "And the trial of your faith becoming much more precious than of the gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire."
Yeah, see, this is one of my favorite scriptures. Yeah. What's that? 1 Peter 1:7?
Yes.
Yeah. Read that again from the top of the shop.
Yep. 1 Peter 1:7. "That the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth."
Yeah, that's right. So your faith is even more precious than Almighty God, man. Your faith is more precious than gold and bars. Go ahead.
It says, "Though it be tried with fire."
Ooh, though it be tried with fire. That's what? That's your trials and your tribulations, your daily afflictions. You know, when you got some brothers, man, they may wake up every day with a headache every day. Nothing they can do about it. You got some brothers that deal with maybe sharp back pains that run through their back, but they don't say anything about it. Some brothers dealing with knee pain. Some brothers dealing with hemorrhoids or digestive problems. You know, sharp pains may run through their stomach. Sharp pains in their head. Eyes may be going out. You know, knees hurting, feet getting weak, or whatever the case may be. You know, some brothers is going through that. You know, but they trial that hurt. They still going through that trial, man. You know, go ahead. Al.
It says, "Though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahawashi."
That's right, and that's what we hope and we pray for, that man, that the Lord can purify us to where we can stand before Yahawashi and receive a crown, man. Because He looks upon us as a pure sacrifice, man. So I'm gonna get something real quick. Revelation chapter 19:8. It says, "And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints."
That's right.
And if we want to stand before the Lamb, we have to have on clean linen. It can't be spotted.
No.
You know, we got to be clean. So that means what? We got to be purged. Now the trials and the tribulation that's gonna come upon us, Jake gonna be faced with the same thing, man. Esau ain't just rolling on Israelites; he's rolling on the world. KKK gonna go through it. Christians gonna go through it. Black Panthers gonna go through it. Black Lives Matter's gonna get tested. Israelites gonna get tested. But the difference is, it's gonna be to their damnation because they have no cloak.
That's right. Right.
They have no representative for Black Lives Matter that can speak on their behalf or do a miracle to get them out of the situation. But the difference with us is we're gonna go through these similar situations. But the difference is Lord willing, we'll have a cloak for our sins to where the Lord will find us worthy to get out of this situation. That's why it says, what the brother just read in 1 Peter, so we can appear before the Lord without spot and holy. All right, so I'm going to read it again, and then I'm going to let the brother Kashakwala get his precept. Revelation 19:8. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. And he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High. You know, and hopefully, man, you know, we can be joined unto Yahawashi. And when the marriage comes, man, hopefully we'll be a part of that marriage, man. We'll be those righteous men that will bid into the marriage, and we set up the wedding, you know, we furnished the table, you know, we made sure that we were dressed properly, you know, we got, you know, took a shower, got the uncleanness off of us, you know, we prayed, we did everything that we had to do, so that when the guests come in and he wants to marry his bride, which the bride is Israel, the elect,
Right.
you know, when he comes back, when the groom comes back to take his bride, we'll be worthy to partake in that marriage. That's right. You know, that's what we desire. That's what we hope for. That's why we do the things that we do. You know,
That's why we can bear all things like for the elect.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring this out real quick. This is because you was in Hebrew 12.
Yep.
This is Hebrew 12, verse 7. If ye endure chastising, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Right.
For what son is he whom the Father chastises not? And this whole lesson we're referring back to the legacy and the legend Yahawashi. And was he not chastised from the house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would skip down to verse 11. It says, now no chastising for the present seemeth to be joyous.
Yeah, like when you start, the first time you start going through stuff, you know, when it's current, you know, you feel a certain type of way, you in the flesh, and then you know you're dealing with things on more of a baby level, because man, majority of the brothers that's in the truth right now ain't adults, man. Right? You know, there ain't a lot of adults. I'm talking about spiritual adults in the truth. So when we go through these things, you know, we going through these things in the spirit or the mind frame of a child. And when a child gets chastised, what does he do? Cries. Sometimes he cries, sometimes he takes it, but he still feel it. You know, all the way up until when? As he gets older, he gets chastised less. Why he gets chastised less? Because he already he's been molded, you know, to a presentable point. So when he go into adulthood, he don't have to whoop you for sticking. The Lord ain't got to whoop you for sticking the fork in the socket. Right. You already know not to do it.
Right.
You see, so as you get older, you get chastised less, and you become more wise. But when you're a child, you stay going through stuff. You stay going through things, man. You know? Right. You stay getting God on and saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the Lord looking out for you, you know? I got to super real quick. So you got back what you just said, huh?
All right, this is Sirach chapter 17, verse 24. It says, but unto them that repent. And when you repent, that means you need to learn from your mistake.
Yeah,
turn back from what you did. He granted them return and comforted those that fell in patience. Verse 25, return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins, make thy prayer before his face, and offend less.
That's right. See, offend less. Offend less, man. You know, because then that's when the Lord started to bring you up. He started to bring you up on the level. He started to reveal certain things to you. He started giving you the inspiration, you know, to do certain things that's going to lead to your salvation. Because as you're being chastised, he's trusting you more and more. Because he's looking at your bounce back.
Right.
He's looking at he's like, man, this dude got a strong bounce back, man. He can bounce back, you know? Yeah. So when you bounce back like that, he's like, okay, he's strong. I can keep building him. I'm trusting him more now. I can trust him more. You know, you got something right to that? If not, we're gonna go ahead and hear it, close it up here in a minute. But
yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of concept.
okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna finish this off.
I'll close up. Yeah,
I'll finish the Hebrews 12 and 11. Now no chastisement for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward, it yieldeth the peaceful fruit of righteousness.
Yeah, see, afterwards, the Lord started, He bring you up on another level. When you go through the chastisement, you go through the trials, tribulations, the long suffering, yep, the patience. That's right. And after that, you know, you see if you're gonna repent, you know, if you're gonna be merciful, or if you're gonna pray to Him and ask the Lord to give you the spirit to endure and not to fall off, but please build my spirit up, and He gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's right. It's gonna yield the fruit that's in you, man. It's gonna bring it out.
That's right.
You know, because your faith has been restored, man. Yeah, the trust has been restored. Your spirit has been strengthened and comforted, man.
Yep.
And it brings forth what? More drive, more determination, you know, more integrity, more passion, you know,
yep.
more breakdowns and things like that, man. Diligence, you know, because your faith gets increased when you go through it, and you're like, man, I fought through that. I'm still here, man. Let's keep going. You know,
they try to make an analogy. Like we always compare the truth to like exercise and working out. All right, like when you're in the gym, you working out. That's not where you're seeing the increase. You see the increase after you complete the workout. Right. All right. You get sore, and you might can't move your arm. Then you resting. You know, your body's recovering. That's when you actually see the gains. Man. You research the ones that work out. You research certain human anatomy. You know, they say you grow when you sleep. You know, so just like in the truth, man, after you go through that hell, where you got to take your correction, take your proof. You know, you went through a certain situation, your faith got you through it. Like the brother going into, you actually boost up after that. You know? Right. So taking the proof and going through the hell is beneficial, man. You know? Yeah, that's right, bro.
That's why I finished the last part. It says, unto them which are exercised their life.
Right. Right. You got something, Jamal?
Yeah, I got something real quick. Deuteronomy 8:5. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy power chasteneth thee. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power to walk in his ways and to fear him.
That's right. Hey, you go through the chastenings, you go through similar stripes that Yahawashi suffered. Know that it's for the betterment of your spirit. It makes you wiser, it makes you stronger. You know, to where that you can actually handle it, man. Or you can handle it better than what you probably thought you could.
Right.
You know, that's why the scriptures tell you that, you know, when you give heed to fears, basically your thoughts of what's going to happen and what really happens is two different things. Yeah, you know, you're thinking about certain situations and scenarios, and what you're thinking about is actually worse than what's really going to happen to you. Yeah, dealing with the heavy thoughts.
Yeah.
That's in the Apocrypha. It speaks about that. You know, that you having fear of things to come is actually worse than the actual situation that's going to happen to you. So when these situations come and you handle it, you're like, man, why do Yahawashi that you gave me the spirit to even endure and handle that how I handled it, man?
Yeah.
You know, with poise and with mercy. Not, you know, I didn't spaz out, I didn't lose my mind, I didn't beat myself up about it, you know. And then you're like, man, hey, calm along by Yahawashi, let's keep the work going, right? You know, and we're gonna have a lot more to go through. So when that gets here, the Lord is gonna activate that spirit in us. So when it's here, it ain't even gonna be as bad as we thought it was gonna be.
That's right. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's why we gotta follow that light and endure the chastisement. You know how when you be anticipating all day that you're gonna get your ass whooped by your father. Yeah. Then he come home and he whoop you. You be like, man, I'm out of my ass.
Yeah, it wasn't even that. Yeah,
it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
But you got the message. The point is the message gets across. Yep. The Lord trying to get a message across. So you know. But I got one real quick before I wrap it up. This is John chapter 9, verse 5. This is dealing with Yahawashi's legacy. It says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Period, point blank.
That's it.
And that's how you seal the deal.
Right.
You know, Yahawashi said, as long as I'm in the world, I'm the light to the world. So Yahawashi knew that he was to leave a stamp on the earth. When he came, and he knew that his life wasn't in vain.
That impact.
He knew it, man. He knew that the Spirit of the Lord was with him. He knew that he had something that he had to do. He had a plan to carry out, you know, through the Spirit, and he did it.
Yep.
And but by him doing so, hey, all of us brothers that's picked up this plow and that's doing what we got to do in the name of Yahweh Shemawashai, it's our duty to protect and raise that reputation to the world,
Yeah.
and let the world know that our Father, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, did this, man.
Right.
He not no Jesus Christ, no white man. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that declared these words.
Yeah.
It was the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that endured for us, man. That was the sacrifice for us, man. And it's coming a point in time where Yahweh Shai about to get his reputation back. Man. That's right.
That's right.
You know, all you let you know this filthy ass devil trying to steal his reputation.
Yeah.
You know, trying to take his deeds and his actions that he did, bro, and trying to make it seem like he was the one that walked on water. Yahweh Shai about to reclaim that whole reputation, man.
Right.
You know, and we gonna you know, through the Spirit, Lord willing, we be a part of the elect. The Lord keep His good graces upon us. We gonna help. We gonna help to let the world know that the Lord is the one doing this, man. That's right. You know? So with that, hopefully this was edifying, man. You know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopefully elect. Keep pushing, keep going strong. And we got work to do. A great flood is coming. That's right. People. A great work is coming in this ministry, and great persecution is coming. So just pray, ask the Lord to strengthen you, give you the Spirit to endure, to go through with the mission, and not to betray or never fold, man. Right. All right. So with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Dash. All right. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. All right. Peace, safety, and much love to the elect members laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make the calling of election sure. Shalom to you and your families.
Shalom.
Shalom.